Welcome to our DIY modular appendectomy model, which utilizes a laparoscopic approach. So as you can see, entering there through the laparoscopic model that we designed is a simple laparoscopic trainer printed out of 3D printed parts and is readily available online. Now, as we take a tour through our model, it uses a combination of both flexible TPU, which is a little bit more rigid and provides background context, and a little bit more flexible silicone-based model. So as you can see here, which we're probing right now is the flexible ascending colon, and now moving on to the stomach there. And you can see it's quite flexible and provides realistic haptic feedback. Now going posteriorly to the retroperitoneum, you can see the kidney there, which is also a silicone-based model, as well as the aorta posteriorly. So now we're going to demonstrate our appendix module as part of our model. So the appendix, cecum, and ascending colon were all cast of EcoFlex double-aught 30 silicone, and this provides a quite realistic feel, and you can see there as we're dissecting the mesocortex, it behaves as you would expect a normal colon and appendix to behave. So now, as you can see, we'll be cinching down a couple endo loops as you would in the real procedure, and you can see that as we cinch them down, the appendix gets occluded, and this would parallel what we would expect in a normal laparoscopic appendectomy. So now we're going to be adding the second and third endo loops as part of the procedure. During this time, we can appreciate the rest of the model. So looking directly posterior to the appendix, we can see a bit of a small bowel. This is made out of a 3D printed filament known as TPU. And the advantage of using this in the background context is that it allows us to keep our cost for our model low and affordable, while also providing context to our procedures. Directly superior to the small bowel, you can see the transverse colon. This is also made out of a flexible TPU and provides an attachment point for our silicone-based models that we're primarily doing the procedures on, again, helping keep the cost of our models low. On the left-hand side there, you can see part of the descending colon, which is part of a future module that we're developing as for bowel anastomosis. So now you can see we're going to be transecting the appendix and completing the appendectomy, and this approximate what we would expect in a real-life appendectomy. So now here we're going to show you the specimen that's been removed from the appendectomy model. So now we're going to transition to showing our work in progress cholecystectomy model, which includes a gallbladder, common bile duct, and common hepatic duct, all of which have been 3D printed out of flexible TPU filament, and you can all see there the cystic artery and the hepatocystic triangle. However, this is still a work in progress. Finally, in our module design, we're showing how quickly we can swap out our appendectomy model for the next procedure.